Hello, everyone. I'm Sign1News anchor Martha Anger. Here's a quick look at the top trending stories making headlines today. If you post an interesting comment about this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. Election Day, Tuesday, November 8th, has finally arrived. Millions of Americans have already cast their votes in early voting, and billions of dollars have been spent on campaign ads. Democrats, including President Joe Biden, are asking voters to vote against a potentially destructive Republican majority. Republicans hope voters will blame Democrats for the high inflation, squeezing Americans' wallets every time they go to the grocery store. Republicans are also hoping former President Donald Trump's influence will help in tight U.S. Senate races. He is also considering another run at the presidency in 2024. But Democrats hope the talk of another Trump presidential run, as well as Republicans' restrictive abortion and voting policies, are motivators for their voters, especially women. Control of the U.S. House is also on the line today, and so is the role of House Speaker. Two people likely are vying for the position. Representative Kevin McCarthy of California is the minority leader now. He says he'll run for Speaker if Republicans take control of the House. Incumbent Speaker Nancy Pelosi isn't saying whether she'd retire if that happens, but she says a factor in her decision would be the attack on her husband Paul on October 28th. Paul Pelosi is recovering from surgery to repair a skull fracture. His wife says he's doing well, but he's in a long recovery. Video of white University of Kentucky student Sophia Rossing repeatedly hurling the N-word and physically attacking a black student has gone viral. And it has led to Rossing's arrest. Authorities say dorm clerk Kyla Spring noticed Rossing was intoxicated and asked if she was okay. That's when Rossing started attacking Spring. When campus police responded to the incident, authorities say Rossing kicked and bit the arresting officer. She is now facing several charges, including public intoxication, assault, and disorderly conduct. Her bail was set at $10,000. Residents in Florida are still recovering from the deadly and devastating impact of Tropical Storm Ian. Now they're bracing for this. Subtropical storm Nicole is forecast to get stronger and become a Category 1 hurricane late Wednesday evening. As a result, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis declared a state of emergency for 34 counties ahead of the storm's impact. The National Hurricane Center has a hurricane watch in effect along Florida's east coast from the Volusia-Brevard County area through Hallandale Beach. The areas potentially affected are Cape Canaveral, Fort Lauderdale, and West Palm Beach. Florida residents have been warned they could see heavy rain and destructive winds over the next few days. Other parts of Florida and eastern Georgia are also under a storm surge watch. Sign1News will be monitoring the situation and post any emergency weather press conferences with sign language interpretation to keep viewers in the path of the storm informed and safe. Apple is reportedly working on an update to Siri to where you won't need to say, "Hey Siri," before asking a question. Instead, you'll just say, "Siri." It may sound like a small change, but experts say just eliminating that one syllable requires a more advanced AI system. The move would also allow Apple to catch up to Amazon, which currently only requires users to say, "Alexa," to wake up their devices. Bloomberg is forecasting the change to Siri won't happen until next year or maybe even 2024. Do you prefer cats or dogs? Multiple studies show the stress-relieving benefits of being around animals. But according to a recent study, which animal you prefer more may depend on your personality traits. Researchers were curious as to why dogs are always used in times of stress as comfort animals, but not cats. The study researched whether people would be open to comfort cats being brought in during times of stress, but also who is more likely to have a fondness for felines. The study found that people more open to cats were the ones who experienced strong emotions and reacted strongly to a feeling or an experience. And highly emotional people may be more attuned to a cat's subtle behaviors. But does that mean cats should be incorporated into comfort animal visitation programs? Researchers say not necessarily. They say they need to be careful to pick cats that enjoy the experience versus causing more stress. So what do you think about this study? Are you a dog person or a cat person? And what if you like both cats and dogs? There is going to be something special in the sky tonight, Tuesday. On November 8th, a total lunar eclipse will be in the sky nationwide. A lunar eclipse is when the path of the moon enters the Earth's shadow during a full moon phase. That causes the light from the Earth's sunrises and sets to be cast on the moon, causing it to temporarily appear red. If you missed tonight's sky show, you will have to wait until 2025 for the next one. But you can find more information about tonight's total lunar eclipse on NASA's website. Sign1News will be broadcasting updates Monday through Friday. A big thank you to our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone, and you can also watch on Apple TV, Amazon, and Roku.